Fiddlike Abdi, Danny Boy here, and we're back on the Gotthard map for race number 3. Or, well, it's technically race number 5, but today we have the electrics. So it's the turn of the electrics to show their stuff. We've selected 6 electrics from different places in the world. Each of them have a top speed of 124, or I'm assuming that's 125. So we'll start with the contestants from America here. We have the HHP-8, which is probably one of the newer, if not the newest train out of this lineup. From Russia we have this number, which is the we'll say the N20, because I'm not sure if that backwards acrylic E actually stands for. From France we have the SNCF class CC 6500. There are different liveries for this. There are also other French trains available on the Steam Workshop that do 124, but I selected this one for the first one. The French team may want to swap this one out if so needed, or change the livery of it. From Germany we have the Class 103, or is it the Class 103? Yes. So he also top speed of 124. From Norway we have the ELB, or the NSB EL18, again 124, and this train here is, it's a class something, but I did actually find it very difficult to find 124 mile per hour trains from different countries. I was hoping Switzerland or Austria would have something. Unfortunately they don't. I think this is actually a German built train, but here it's classed as the Renfe 252. So it's basically, this guy's going to be representing Spain. So our first Spanish train, first Norwegian train. The Germans, French, Russian and America is always, they've got steam trains and stuff that we can use. Well, the first steam races are done and the first diesel races are done. There was other trains. I was going to use the British class 86, but it's only got a top speed of 110. And since our British trains ain't been doing so good, I thought it'd be a bit unfair, so I've left only 124 mile per hour trains. We also had the NS class 1700, which did 112, so again it would have been left in the dust, so to say. So we'll see how the individual trains get on, and then we'll do the consist race. So they're all sort of kind of lined up. This Norwegian train is slightly in front, but without further ado, or they're all set up to go to Emmen. Now you should be like Emmen branch or something. They should all be set up to go. Right, let's just launch them. They should be good. They should all be facing the right way, hopefully. They're all set to stop. Let's unstop them. You're heading to Emmen. 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 Yep, you're good. And you should be good. Now, there's obviously a lot of catenary, which sort of hinders the view, but you need it for the electric trains. There ain't much you can do about it. So, without further ado, we'll get started. So this is the electrics race 1 around the Gotthard map. And in 3, 2, 1, and go. Wait for the horns. Nice. Right, so the Norwegian, even though we slight 2 centimeter start, is doing quite well. Now these have all got a top speed of 124, although it looks like the newer trains seem to have the acceleration. They are starting to speed up quite a bit. It might be hard for me to keep close with the camera. We'll see how they get on though. So our Norwegian in first, it looks to be the Renfe or Spanish train in second, our American train in third. They're all on a 75 mile per hour section. Once they come into this clean section of track here, they can get going again. These guys are slowing down. So this should be a slightly more fast-paced race. There are actual single unit electrics that do 140 miles per hour. So I'll maybe have a bonus race in one of the later maps with those guys. So we'll just have to see. I've already selected the trains for the bonus race on this map. So there they go. Heading through the tunnel. Now there's quite a slow section here. That's them up to 100 miles per hour. The Norwegian train is still in first. They're doing quite good, the Norwegian train. Right, they're in a fast section. It's the 103 we're currently following. The Norwegian train up in first as they head down. The Russian train in last. Oh well. They are doing 125 miles per hour. Let's just actually check that they are all doing 125. Yes, there's none actually sitting at 124. Nope, they're all good. Now let's jump on board with the Russian train in last. Is he sort of creeping up the inside? I suppose they're all doing the same speed, so none of them will actually be passing each other at the moment. This should go down to the how the track is laid. Obviously the acceleration of the newer trains winning out over the slightly older trains. But if we did have the British train and the Dutch train in the mix, they would be a fair bit behind now. As they come down, let's jump on board with the American since he's sort of still in third. Bring him down. Let's look towards the back. So these three will be a tight race, and these three, if anyone can pass the Norwegian train, that would be pretty cool. Maybe the Spanish Renfe train. As they head into the tunnel, let's jump back on board with you. I'm trying to remember where the next slow section is. I think it's up. Still a fair bit to go. They are still cruising at 125, so it'll be interesting to see in the consist race how their track efforts do. They will be all in the exact same as the steam trains and the diesel trains. We'll keep that as a sort of constant. Come on, our little American train. I've actually got a British train to cheer on in this, so I do like the Norwegian train. The HHP is pretty cool as well. These three are still the same, so it will come down to cornering and acceleration once they slow down and speed back up. We're heading in another tunnel, so we can probably change the view so we can actually see if it's going on. Where is the next slow section? It looked as though this train actually, they're down to 112. Ah, so this section of bridge only does 112 miles per hour. Okay. Okay. Should be able to speed up once they get round to this section. Again, the acceleration of this Norwegian train may push it in front slightly more. Wow, Russian train doing quite bad now. 103 seems to be catching the American. Ooh, and we've got a development. There's a first place development. Nice. He sort of gained a touch. They're back up to 125. I think the Russian train's just suffering with the acceleration it's got. However, it does look a bit more bulkier than the other train, so it may do better during the consist race. You are coming up on the outside. How are you managing that? They're down to 99, 100. The American on the inside track there, having to slow down slightly more than everybody else. We're in one of the gigantic tunnels that I've created. I can't actually see what's going on. Nope, the Norwegian train looks to be pulling back in front. Until we get up to 125, then they should steady out. Let's jump on board with the American. How are you doing? You're at 124, 125. There is a slow section of the track coming up shortly though. Near this section, obviously this section is quite fast. Once we get up to Alp de Serechia over here, there is the slow section. There's the Russian just going into the tunnel now, and they're appearing at the other side. So first and second looks between the Norwegian and the Spaniard. The American might be okay in third. Can't actually see it because of these, because all the catenary and these girder, sort of box girder bridge that we've got going on there. How does it look from last? So the Russian is not totally out of the running yet. He's only doing 124, which may be due to this bridge. Now we're onto the landing, and let's see if he goes up to 125. Nope, still at 124. What about the French train? Which I can't actually now see. There's the French train, unit 125. Ah, right, the Russian train is back up to 125. Let's jump on board again. The German train is just behind this French train somewhere. So we're heading up the hill. They shouldn't lose any speed up the hill, especially with not carrying anything. It should be good to go at top speed till they reach the top. Looks to be just edging out in front. Is this American losing ground? I wish I could see the German train. There it is. There may be a development in the third or second place. Now it looks like the German is just sort of creeping up the inside. They are all still doing 125 as far as I can see through this little tunnel section here, but we'll soon be arriving to the corners just shortly, and we'll have to see how everyone gets on through there. Right, where is you? Uh-oh. So he's still at 124. Once they go over this bridge, there's a little corner section through this valley. Let's go and wait for the trains to arrive at that section. Right, so down here, we should see them appear any moment now. There they are. And let's see how they get on. They're starting to slow down to 80. Still at 80. Most of the other trains for this section had to slow down to 55, so we'll see how they get on rolling round this section. Ooh, that's desperately slow. This Norwegian train should have some decent acceleration though. That is keeping it in front. Jump on board with the Russian, see how things look as they head round Alp de Serechia on the right hand side there. Looks like the Norwegian is still in front. They are slowing down for this corner. Are these guys going quicker? Can't actually tell. Right, out of the tunnel. Ooh, that was desperately slow going round there. The American has lost a place. It is now in fourth. Oh dear. You're starting to lose ground to the Spaniard. They should be able to come round the outside of that corner quicker. Still only doing, well, he's doing 120, he's only doing 90. Uh-oh, pushed the wrong button there. So they've all sort of been split apart. Apart from the Russian, who has always sort of been in last. As they come back down past Goshenin, through to Wassen, up round Gertenellen, and they'll soon be on the home stretch. They're about halfway just now, and they've all sort of split up. Interesting. Looks like the Norwegian is just getting out there. Whoop. Now, can I zoom into here without going through the bridge? That would be a no. I can sort of sit around here. There we go. This will be a nice little view as they roll past. First, second, the German in third, the American in fourth, the Frenchman in fifth, and the Russian in sixth. Ooh, that's quite a treacherous section there. Little jump there, here we go, nice. Come round, beautiful view there as we come down the valley. They are slowing down to 85. Back on the power, you can hear the change as they go back on the power. The change in the sound. Right, they're coming down to the bottom of the valley. Let's see how our first place is getting on. Still at 125, it's pretty good. Second is our Renfi number. And do they have to slow down for these corners? They may have to slow down for this one as they start to head back up. Down to 92. Could be a little, there are some technical sections of this track coming up. Maybe a chance for second to catch up with first, or even the Russian to sort of gain a place from last. Because we're slowing down yet again, down to 74. Through the tunnel. Dropping again there slightly. Now there is a section of bridge that is almost 75 miles per hour. This wooden trestle bridge we're about to hit now. Around this last section. on to the 75-mile-an-hour stretch of bridge. Has anybody caught you? Have you caught anybody? No. But it looks like second has sort of gained some distance on the first place train there. Third and fourth are looking quite close. Look at this guy, he's loving it. The little driver there. Totally loving it. Can't see the other drivers, I can see him and him. Right, are they coming up to my little favourite section? They are. This little section as they go through here. I like this little park. It's pretty cool. The trees and stuff. Right, where are they? You should see them appearing around this section here. There they are. Norwegian still in first. And they should be starting to speed up. There's first, second, third, the American still in fourth. French train there struggling, but I suspect he may do better in the consist pole race. I'll just take a wait and see. Right, back up to 100. The Norwegian train in first, sort of going out of sight to the Russian being in last place. There he is there. Through the tunnel, they have to slow down at some of the sections going through this area here on the left. You're slowing down already, which is fine. Is it enough for anybody to catch you? No. You have sort of increased your lead slightly. The German and the American still battling out for third. This is quite a long section of tunnel, yes. Where are we? Right, round here. Not even get to try and pronounce the name of this place or this place. But we soon will be approaching Emmen. Right, these are all going kind of slow through here. Uh-oh, I've just remembered, it always sends you over the top of the mountain. Can't actually go through the tunnel in that view. Right, so we're back up to 100. Up the hill here, and then they'll soon be on the home straight. There's the Frenchman appearing and the Russian. So I'm not sure if it's going to happen for third place. These guys in first and second look pretty solid at the moment. They're going to come round here to Ingebohl, and there is a slow section as they bypass Beckenried on the right hand side there. But until then they should be good. All trains doing 125. Right, where are we now? Coming round Ingebohl? Yes. Right, you had to slow down to 59 there, which is quite terrible. Ooh, this is where the American could lose the third place position there. So these guys are not too far behind. Right, coming down towards Beckenried. Second place, we shall leave you for the moment. Who knew a Norwegian train would be the fastest out of these sort of any of the fastest electrics there are, as I said before, the ones that do 140 miles per hour. Right, you're we're coming round. Here is another slow section. But you should still be safe for your first place. Unless you lose out to the second place train. Right. Hell of a slow going round there. Down to 58. The American train just edging out there for third. And the French and the Russian. Looks like the Russians doing nae too bad. Just managing to keep up on 5th place. Right, they're back on the power now. They do have quite a long section to go across the river here towards Emmen. So the end is in sight for them. Now, you're pretty much safe. I would say you're definitely going to get first. You're going to get second. Which one of these two up here is going to get third? If I go on you, he is actually a fair bit in front now. It's not actually as close as I thought it was. No hope of catching first place, or second for that matter. I will see if when they come to the corners just before the end, see how they get on. Heading up over the bridge here. They'll soon be entering the tunnel section with the corners. There, the first place train has entered that section of track. They're slowing down. We're gaining on the American. No chance for the Spanish train to catch the Norwegian train. Now, who's going to finish third? We're slightly sneaking up here. Now he's back on the power, he's got the acceleration. And a Russian train still in 5th. Right, we're heading, we're on the home straight. The Norwegian train still in front. There's the end there, the end station. Okay, so our Norwegian train pretty much not entirely blitzed it, but he did quite well. He managed to keep his lead pretty much throughout the whole race. So, a first place for our Norwegian train, second place the Spanish train, third is our American, fourth our German, they were quite close, fifth our French train, and sixth our Russian train. You just hold your horses there, buddy. Everyone was sort of going mental there. Stop, I knew you were going to try and escape. And you. And the French train is trying to escape. Excuse me. But there we have it. There's the results for the singles electrics. We had the Norwegian train there, the EL20, I forget the name of this train all the time, the EL18. In first place there, a decent win for him. He pretty much dominated from the start. Then we had our Renfe train here, the 252, and our American HHP 8 in third, the Class 103 from Germany in fourth place there. Our fifth place was our SNCF French number, so fifth for him, and last for the Russian, which was basically last throughout the whole race. But stand by for the next race. The next race will be the consist race. We'll have a quick look at the table after the end of this race, and stay tuned for the next race, which will be the Electrics consist in reverse, and then we'll see how we get on there. But here is the table after the first race. So after race 1, here are the stand-ins. Norway in first with 6 points. Spain securing a second place there to get 5. The USA just stealing an extra point from Germany there to get third and secure 4 points. Germany with 3. The French in second last with 2, and the Russians in last with only 1. Now that might change, because I suspect this Russian train will be slightly better in the consist race. But we'll just take a sit and wait and see. That race will be coming up shortly, so stay tuned and I hope you enjoy.